Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
Whoever's helping her, whoever's coaching her, whoever's the puppet master running the strings, you did a amazing job. To me, when I was like, oh my God, this is jujitsu, where she's like, if you go to his rallies, his crowds are boring, they're tired, they all leave her. My crowds are the best crowds. I have the number one crowd. He couldn't help himself.
Y'all remember the movie A Star is Born? Well, taking a dive off the deep end may be a perfect analogy for Donald Trump's mental state over the past decade, and more specifically the last few months. But as younger and newer superstars take their turn trolling Donald Trump and endorsing Kamala Harris, I think it's safe to say Donald Trump's star is burning out as he collapses in on himself from the combined weight of hubris and Big Macs. Because after Taylor Swift's childless cat lady Instagram endorsement of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz that sent MAGA nutjob Megyn Kelly into a raging spiral,
and I don't give a who gets upset. This is disgusting. F you, Taylor Swift.
As well as her subsequent speech at the VMAs.
I appreciate it so much, and if you are over 18, please register to vote for something else that's very important coming up. The 2024 presidential election.
That led to hundreds of thousands of new voters heading to vote.org. And also, and this is true, led Donald Trump to tweet out, "I hate Taylor Swift." It should only be a matter of time before we get the "I hate Billie Eilish" Truth Social post. And as we'll see, maybe an "I hate Joe Rogan" post too, but more on that later. Because Billie and her brother and collaborator Phineas took to social media today on National Voter Registration Day to use their beautiful voices to show support for not only people signing up and doing their civic duty, but also for, wouldn't you believe it, the sanctity of life.
Today is National Voter Registration Day, and we are asking you to please join us in going to iwillvote.com to check your status and vote early like we do.
We are voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because they are fighting to protect our reproductive freedom, our planet, and our democracy.
We can't let extremists control our lives, our freedoms, and our future. The only way to stop them and the dangerous Project 2025 agenda is to vote and elect Kamala Harris.
Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
Go to iwillvote.com and make a plan to vote early.
Love you guys.
Vote like your life depends on it. Well, I'll be damned, Billie. Looks like you finally figured out what you were made for.
What was I made for?
But wait, folks, there's more. Because not only is Kamala gaining support from major allies and people with massive pull in their communities, Trump is also losing some at the same time. With the first fish, but certainly not the biggest, being reggaeton star Nicky Jam, who you may remember Trump misgendered pretty embarrassingly at his rally last week.
Latin music superstar Nicky Jam. Do you know Nicky? She's hot. Where is Nicky? Now you have to get... Oh, look. Come here. I'm glad he came up.
Well, apparently, after that debacle, the reggaeton star deleted his endorsement of Trump and further disabled comments on a recent post after he continued to get hilariously trolled online. With one commenter writing, "Trump thought you were a girl. He didn't even take the time to look you up, and you're here kissing his toes." And others speculating that Trump confused him with rapper Nicki Minaj. But the repercussions of his endorsement weren't just public ridicule. Jam has faced more backlash beyond jokes from faceless internet trolls. Maná, a Mexican rock band, scrubbed their collab with him, De Pies a Cabeza, from streaming services on Sunday. They also released a statement condemning the Trump endorsement, saying Maná doesn't work with racists. But by far the most unexpected part of this collapse, and potentially the most directly catastrophic for Trump, is a now viral clip from the Joe Rogan podcast where Rogan raves about Kamala Harris and her debate performance while simultaneously mocking Trump.
Whoever's helping her, whoever's coaching her, whoever's the puppet master running the strings, you did a amazing job.
She did a great job.
Now, personally, I stopped listening to Rogan years ago after he started falling down the right-wing pipeline of COVID misinformation and other far-right conspiracies, but just remember that his captivated audience of teenage boys and conspiracy theory incels are listening to this.
They did an amazing job from the moment Biden drops out, forcing Biden to drop out. Right, whatever they're doing, whoever's writing those speeches, getting her to deliver them, coaching her, she's nailing it. She nailed that one speech. She's like, say it to my face.
Oh, yeah,
everybody's cheering.
Yeah, she nailed it, dude.
Oh boy, I can already sense Trump's Truth Social post. Joe Rogan has less brains than hair on his head. I won the debate against Comrade Kamala.
To me, when I was like, oh my God, this is jujitsu, where she's like, if you go to his rallies, his crowds are boring, they're tired, they all leave early. My crowds are the best crowds. I have the number one crowd. He couldn't help himself.
Wrong. I was totally in control, just like I am in control of my own bladder.
Has this ever happened to you? You're sitting in court again, under pressure and stress, and then a warm feeling comes over you, uncomfortably warm.
Uh-oh.
It's pressure, all right. Down there. That's when you need Trump diapers.
See, the difference in that debate was not a difference in like who's going to have better policies, who's going to be better for the country. The difference in the debate, in my opinion, was who was better prepared. She was way better prepared.
Lies. I had plenty of preparation, particularly of the H variety. Thank you very much.
That's called being a savvy politician.
It's also called being someone who's working with a team versus someone who's like, they said Trump, that deal was the best deal. They've never seen a deal like this before. They said, how did you put that deal together?
You know what, Joe? I am not above admitting that you are entirely right here. And maybe some of your viewers will actually agree, though I doubt it will change their mind very much.
What are your thoughts on abortion?
On abortion? I'm pro-life, so.
And if there could be more gun control that could save children's lives, would you want to pass that gun control?
How would that save children's lives?
It's the mass shootings, guns. Guns is the leading cause of death for children in America.
Yeah. No, it's not.
You know, it is. It is.
No, it's not.
Guns is the leading cause of death for children in America.
Okay, but that's... Thank you. Okay.
And as a final thought to ground this all back to what is going on and what is at stake in this election, these lighthearted moments come at an increasingly dangerous time, with a right-wing lunatic trying and thankfully failing to get any shots off at Trump's other ear, and many in the right-wing MAGA sphere trying to tell the boogeyman left to tone down the rhetoric.
Someone who's literally worse than Hitler. Someone who's the greatest threat to democracy ever. Someone who's going to stay in power forever, even though he left last time. I mean, you know, minor detail. It's not even true. They're encouraging this kind of violence, those kind of language, the things that they say on a daily basis. That's not civility, but I guess as long as the media says they're being civil in saying that Donald Trump is Hitler, you know, it's fine.
But what Don Jr. forgets here, probably from doing one too many lines, but that we cannot forget, is that this rhetoric always has started from the exact same man that is now the target of his own vitriolic venom.
So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously, okay? Just knock the hell. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees, I promise. We will fight for America like no one has ever fought before. 2024 is our final battle. It's our final battle. If we don't win on November 5th, I think our country is going to cease to exist. It could be the last election we ever have. I actually mean that. Comrade Kamala Harris, you're fired! You're fired! Get out! Get out! She shouldn't be there anyway. She got no votes. She's a threat to democracy, right? That's what they say. They always say, Donald Trump, you know, it's a soundbite for them. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Now she's a threat.
So let this man not lead us into the temptation of hate. We can still call out his lies and hateful rhetoric and make fun of his sorry ass to show that he is a weak, sad, pathetic man who taps into everyone's worst demons, and we will continue to do so here at Really American. Because even as he crumbles and flails and loses in the polls, a defeat at the ballot box in November is only the first step of the painstaking and long road we still have ahead of us to try to suck out the venom he has spewed and incited in this country. So if you agree, smash that like button, subscribe to Really American to stay informed, and in the words of Billie Eilish,
vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you all in the next one.